Okay, from left to right, you see Ed Buckholz's Bell P-39 Airacobra. There are about 9,000 of those built during World War II. A very unusual airplane in that the engine was behind the pilot, and the propeller shaft went between the pilot's legs out to the nose, and there was a cannon mounted in the nose. And these were used as ground support airplanes primarily and as tank busters. And almost half of the production run went to Russia. It was not effective at high altitude. So at low altitude, Dr. Ollie Haas with his Hangar 9 P-51 Mustang. Wheels just lit up. The P-51 entered service in World War II also had an Allison non-turbocharged engine, and the British used them. And the only thing they didn't like about the airplane was they couldn't fly it high enough to intercept the German fighters and bombers who were coming in at high altitudes. So somebody came up with a bright idea of taking the same engine that was in the Supermarine Spitfire, which was a 12-cylinder Rolls-Royce Merlin engine with a turbocharger. They put that in the Mustang, and it made an entirely different airplane. So much so that not only was the Mustang able to get to the higher altitudes, but the range was extended to the point where Allied bombers could take off from their bases in England, fly to the targets in France or Germany, and the P-51s could escort them all the way to the target and all the way back. We didn't have fighter escorts that were capable of that until the Mustang. The Mustang was generally regarded as the finest fighter of World War II. Many of you may know that the Mustangs were flown also by the Tuskegee Airmen, black pilots of the 332nd protected bombers that were taking off from bases in Africa, flying into southern Europe. The most famous raid there was the raid on the Ploesti oil fields in Romania. But the Tuskegees had an amazing record. Here's Ed landing his P-39. In that, there isn't any other fighter group that can say that. So, their bravery and their heroism are matched by their skills. And we are all the richer for it. Later on around noontime, we're going to open up the pits so that spectators can come out and take a closer look at the airplanes. But until that time, if you are a spectator here, or you're not involved in this contest or not a contest, but this flight as a pilot or a crew member, we ask you to stay back this side of taxiway. We have airplanes here today from World War I up to the jets, and making his way up here to show center is Dave Barry with his Royal SE-5A scout plane from World War I. An electric ducted fan, Messerschmitt 262 Swallow. This came out near the end of the war. If it had been put into use earlier, it would have been very tough to turn the tide of the air war against Germany.